Good morning. I need to compare myself to that music. Which is probably like that, right? How's that? Nice. Okay. Well, we're gonna be doing the steak first because it takes an hour to cook, and while that stuff is going, I will work on some other things that may or may not finish in that time period. Hopefully they will. Depending on how slow I am. So we are doing 4 things here. Steak barbecue steak marinade, which is all of this stuff is going to be put over top of this in this. We're going to brown the steak, and then we're going to mix all this stuff together in a different saucepan. We'll put the steak in this, and then we'll pour all of this over top of it. This is water, ketchup, oil and vinegar, diced onions, and mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and brown sugar. Alright, I fixed the chat. Okay, so let's just start this already. Hopefully this is looking good on camera. I need to get some utensils here. Medium heat for this. Yeah, thanks for sub. Sorry if the alerts are hidden. That's my bad. I was wondering what I put down there. I'm gonna move that real quick too. The tiniest alerts. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and pour this in here and start browning it. Just across the board, this all needs to be cooked a little bit. So we actually have a pound less steak than usual, but it's still plenty. But we're gonna have more like sauce than usual for this today. I'm washing my hands while that sizzles, man. I'm gonna start flipping that stuff around. What do you think you fucked up? I don't understand. Oh, I see. No, that's... You converted a gift sub, or a Prime sub to a real sub, that's what you did. I see it. But thank you. Did you mess up dinner? Oh man. Well, the sauce doesn't take too long to make, so I'm actually going to brown the steak before I even bother with that, so... I just keep this on a low setting, so this is going to take a while, so let's chill out. Cooking is not a speedy process, usually. Oh, I see. Okay, we're finally starting to cook here. I don't want to burn any of this. I don't want to cook it too much either. So I gotta be careful to make sure that these get rotated right. But they should be mildly brown by the time I'm done with this. This is my mom's steak recipe, and she tends to make it for like holiday meals. And I honestly don't think I've ever had steak like that anywhere else. And that's too bad, because it's good. So I wanted to learn this one first. Oh yeah, this is a family-sized meal. All of this is. We're gonna have too much food here. Y'all want some? That's too bad. There's a big complication with getting you some of this. So we're making barbecue steak marinade here, and after that's done, garlic roast potatoes are going in next. They both get in the bake at the same time. The broccoli, we haven't tried. It's supposed to be baked too, but since we were baking two things already, we're just gonna fry those. And I said I'd make chocolate chip cookies. I've been working on my recipe for that. And you can add walnuts if you want. That's the last step, so you can skip those if you don't like walnuts. You'll be mixing your own sauce for this steak recipe here, but it ain't too much weird stuff going in that. It's no big deal. You probably have all this stuff if you have a stock kitchen. You can practice saying Worcestershire. 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 It's misspelled on the recipe. The little note I have. This is ground eye steak. Worcestershire sauce. I'm actually going to turn the heat down a little bit because I don't want to overdo these. They're getting close. They're not too bad. So there's this question here. I'm not sure what the answer is. My mom would say to use it. There's a bunch of juice off of this steak here that you could put in this pan, but I don't think I'm doing that. I think that's unhealthy. I don't think I need that stuff. I'm not sure what it would do to skip it. I've had it turn out fine without it. I'm gonna replace it with water. The flavor can go to hell. It still tastes fine to me. That's some unhealthy stuff, the fats off that. I'm not going to use it. Honestly, the sauce is really wet, and I like my sauce thicker anyway. So I'm actually cutting down the water amount as it is without this. So I have no idea how much of it I should use if I were going to use it. So for my own experience, and the way I've done it that has worked, I'm going to not use it, and I'm going to put half a cup of water in there instead of whatever I wrote down in that recipe. I've had to do the cornstarch thing before for tomato sauce, which is another thing I've been working on that hasn't been perfected yet, but it's getting there. I'm gonna start taking out some of the finished pieces here and putting them in that pan so that there's room for the other ones to finish. Did my music stop? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, this is really close to done now. I definitely don't want to overcook it because we're going to bake it too. We're going to throw it in the oven for an hour and a half, maybe. At least an hour. I like to measure the temperature of the meat, and also it's supposed to fall apart on a fork. It's that kind of thing, so those are two ways you can tell it's done when it's done in the oven. And I'm going to do both those things, because I'm paranoid about making sure my meat's cooked to a safe place. Alright. Got some good chunks here. That one ain't done. Okay. Alright, now that we're done with this, I think I am gonna call it done here. Looks pretty good to me. Just a little bit of pink on these, and that's fine with me. And we are going to bake it for a long time, which is also going to cook it, obviously, so... what we're gonna do is, we're gonna mix the sauce, which is all this stuff, and we're gonna pour it over top of the steak, we're gonna put aluminum foil over it, we're gonna pop it in the oven. So we got water, ketchup, oil, and vinegar. This is onions, this is mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and brown sugar. That's the ingredients. Once again, that's it. That's what goes in this sauce. I thought there was garlic in it, but there isn't. I don't know why I thought that. Worcestershire sauce, that's right. Is me not using the juice, making this much harder because of it. Be easier to just strain this, but whatever. It's all good. So yeah, we have a lot less meat than I used to have. Like, there's usually another whole pound of meat in here. But, well, we're gonna just have an extra bunch of sauce, and that's fine too, because I like the sauce. Alright. I missed a piece. Okay, that's done. We're switching to this. I'm gonna make a nice layer. So I tend to start with onions. I don't know that you should, but I always start with onions because I like to melt them a little bit when I cook with them. They're like a base. I don't really like onions at all, but if you cook them like this, they are gone. They melt into nothing, and they still add something substantial to this. So whether you like them or not, I think you should throw them in because they you're just going to be missing something if you don't. It's just not going to be right, in my experience. So we're going to cook those for a bit, and then we're going to add everything else on top of it. I chop these onions up real hard with a food processor. Hey Maddie, maybe I can. What's your baking request? I preheat the oven to 375 here, which is going to be the temperature I'm going to use for both the steak and the... What else are we doing? We're doing the potatoes in the oven, so I would probably do 350 for the steak, but since I'm doing the potatoes too, I'm gonna do them both at 375, and it's just gonna cook a little faster. That's probably okay. It usually is. I will cook your cinnamon rolls. I'll do it. Okay, so we got water. And that always feels like too much water, so I actually cut that down pretty substantially. And oil and vinegar is next. I don't know that it matters, but we're using apple cider vinegar. It turned out alright last time. This is mustard, brown sugar, and Worcestershire sauce. Mix that stuff. Cat's here. Cat demands steak. This is 3/4 cup of ketchup is the last ingredient for this. which is the bulk of this. Honestly, this recipe is pretty similar to A1 sauce, it seems like to me, but it don't taste like it. This is the kind of stuff that goes into that, though, I know it is. Okay, let's mix this. So we need this to simmer, and once it starts doing that, it's 5 minutes of that, and then we're just gonna pour it over top of this meat. Call it. I could have been cooking this at the same time, but I felt like I would rather show off what I'm doing a little bit more than that. So didn't really have a good place in this tiny little kitchen I have here to double camera, but I think my setup looks better than it did last time. What do y'all think? Two cameras is all I've got. Yeah, like this is still so wet. I'm gonna let it simmer for a little longer. Okay, so the only thing really missing in there is salt and pepper, which I'm going to pour in there after it starts simmering. It's just like half a teaspoon of each, not much. I'm probably not using that juice. Oh hey, you can see the cat. I must have bumped this to allow such a thing. That's okay. That camera is kind of unstable. It'll hold maybe. Okay, I'm gonna time this. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes, and I'm gonna put this stuff in it now. Nice. That's looking better. We're actually almost done with this, and I mean, this is the main course. This is the most complicated part. The potatoes really aren't going to take very long. I'm not sure about the broccoli, but I've done the chocolate chip cookies like 10 times, so they actually are probably complicated too, but I'm familiar with that process, so that won't take long. I'm actually just going to make the dough. We're not going to make those on stream. I'll make the dough and I'll probably tweet out what they turn out like later, because I'm not gonna cook. I'm not gonna be able to. The oven's gonna be busy. I'm just gonna make the dough for those. Adamantium Rage, that sounds like some $3 Subway thing. This is way too high temp. Cat! What's up, Cat? I'm hijacking this camera. Cat. Cat. He don't trust none of y'all. Get this cable out of my face. Okay. That's the oven ready. That's good timing. This is almost done. Okay, let's get this crap out of here. Hey, I'm not gonna complain if you want to get more subs to me. I'm still doing the Subway thing. It's been a year. I don't think we're gonna make it, but maybe. I don't currently have any faith, but if y'all want to prove me wrong, I think the next goal for a nasty Subway sandwich is like 700. I can't remember. Okay, this is off now. Man, that looks good. Alright. We're just gonna... Yeah. Man. I already want to eat this, dude. I gotta cook this. That sucks. I gotta wait an hour. Damn. At least an hour. Oh. Get in the slop. I just want to properly soak all of it, but it's going to be sitting in this stuff for a long, long time. And we didn't do this the first time, kind of forgot. Big mistake. You gotta put aluminum foil over the top of this, or you're gonna burn it. The meat will still sort of be edible if you... I mean, it sucked. We ruined all the sauce. The meat was still okay, sorta. It was overdone, and that sucked. But you gotta put aluminum foil over this. It's gonna burn it. It's gonna scorch the top. That's very important. So that's That's what I'm doing now. Let me get that stuff. Alright, that's the steak. It's ready. Throw it in there. It's time for the new recipe. I'm gonna put this in for an hour before I even check it, but we'll be opening it up and peeling back the foil and checking the temperature on that at some point before it's done. Potatoes. Already cut up. I got my ingredients list here. We got minced garlic and sea salt, pepper, olive oil, a lot of potatoes. And we're going to put parsley flakes over top of these after they come out, not before. So all we do at this point, I mean, this is already prepped, so we just mix this together, really. I've been washing this thing. I should just get another one, so I don't have to keep washing that spatula. Let's get the yum spatula. Okay. These also bake for an hour, so you know we need to get them in there soon. 375, 60 minutes. Parsley after they're done. Let me finish coating these real quick. We gotta throw them in. Don't want to waste too much time. Because same clock, that's why they're getting baked together. Alright, these don't get covered. These just go in. They're good to get roasted. We want that. They're currently very fresh. We need them much more solid. Alright, that's number 2. So the broccoli is going to be the fastest thing, so I'm actually going to make the cookie dough now. It looks like I think is the way to go. And for that, I'm going to need to move my mixer over here. That heavy boy. Hey, thanks for the sub. That's the stuff. But yeah, the mixer, I'm not sure. I'll probably mute my mic while it's mixing because it's gonna be noisy. But it's gonna be big. I'm gonna have to put it here. We need space. I'll have space real soon after I put this stuff in it. So got walnuts, butter, brown sugar, white sugar, and vanilla. 2 eggs, baking soda, and for some reason baking powder as well. Flour. I don't know why both of those are in there. That doesn't sound right, but I mean, it's mostly baking powder. I think. No, it's mostly baking soda and like a very small amount of baking powder. Do y'all want to hear my noisy mixer on this Yeti that likes to pick up everything? Anyway, chocolate chip, and there's some walnuts over there that are chopped up. I mean, I sort of know why. It has to do with how acidic the food is or something, and they react differently, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that they're both in it. Sorry about that. I'm gonna position this mic better. And this camera better so we can see. Yeah. To keep my stuff out of the heckin' zone. It's impossible. Okay. That's not too bad. This freaking behemoth, man, it weighs so much. I'm actually gonna take that out of here, for safety's sake. Pineapple. Let's move this. Alright, now we're good. Okay, so let's move these things. Mixer needs to be front and center here. Y'all can see it now. Alright, so like, this is a process. Let me check my notes. Well, the oven's 375 again, so I guess we could bake these, except there's just no way. These are going to be done way before those are, so I guess I can throw them in once this stuff comes out. The butter, sugars, and vanilla go in first, and then we add 1 egg at a time. That's what I thought. After that, we slowly add that bowl of flour there, and then we fold in the chocolate chips. So butter, sugars, vanilla, eggs, and that bowl. Brown sugar, white sugar, and vanilla. There's another spatula around here? Somewhere. That's probably alright. Room temperature butter. I actually reduced how much butter was in this recipe, and it's still a bit too much, honestly, but it tastes good. It's a stick and a half now. I've reduced it by 50%. We're making cookies at this point. Let me look here. Okay. So I'm gonna, you guys let me know if it's too loud, I'll turn it off. My mic has to be either off or picking up some serious noise from this thing. I don't know how loud it's gonna be. I'm actually gonna turn my mic down at least. This is with my mic at 50%. How's that? How's that? I clean my special segment. This is ink blue. It took a long time to pick a color, and I sometimes I regret it's not neon enough. It sounds like I can just turn my mic all the way back up, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, this is ink blue. Okay, that is mixed. Now we add egg, I think. Let me check. Just double checking. Yeah, eggs one at a time and then dry ingredients. This last. So I'm pretty lazy. I always combine the eggs in the bowl and I just scoop out about half of it. More egg, please. Okay, now we add this stuff, but you gotta do it a little bit at a time. Like a third of it, and then let it mix. This dough is actually going to be pretty wet once it's done. Too fast. Rest of that slop, man. We'll be done with the mixer soon. This is the only thing I'm using it for today. Pretty much just this. I use the food processor twice for the other ingredients for the other stuff, but like, this is the only thing I need to mix today. So I'm actually gonna put it away right after this is blended in. We don't even use it for the chocolate chips. It's just purely for saving some effort on getting this dough ready. nice. This is done. And like I said, it's pretty wet dough. This is the way it's supposed to be though. This is what I've had good luck with in terms of actually good tasting cookies. So like, it's frustrating to work with because it's so wet, but it works. It's good. It makes pretty good flat chocolate chip cookies, just straight up. It's gonna be annoying to get them into balls to put into the oven, but once they come out, man, it's all worth it. I've been making a lot of bread, and I've noticed I've gotten a feel for when dough is too wet. And if this were bread, I'd be unhappy with it. But that too, I've learned you don't want to add too much flour. The bread's too dense. I like my bread to be fluffy. Okay. Yeah, I've made all kinds of bread in 2020. I never made bread before. That's brand new. Brand new bread stuff. Wheat bread, honey, the heck is that called? Honey, not just honey wheat bread, but the different kind of like honey loaf, some kind of milk loaf thing. It's actually my favorite kind. I can't even remember its name. Okay, I'm gonna remove this and take my giant mixer out of here. Okay, all we do now is we mix in the chocolate chips by folding it in. And then if you want walnuts, you fold those in too. I have walnuts here. I'm actually going to make half and half, so I'll put the walnuts in later when we're ready to cook these. But the chocolate chips are in regardless, so I'm going to do that now. I usually use my mixer to hold this for me. It's easier, but whatever. I couldn't get that on camera very well, I didn't feel like. So I'm going to put this down in the fridge until we're ready to make it, and I will tweet the cookies out later. If you're interested in seeing the result, just follow me on Twitter. I'll post them for sure. No matter what happens to them, no matter how bad I screw them up. No, there's one chip left. No! Y'all coming up. I wasn't sure if we'd get the steak done in the same sitting. Like, I usually call the stream when it starts to cook and show you what happens after it's done. It's 37 minutes to go before there's any chance at all. I don't know that it's even done yet, but it's 37 minutes before there's any chance at all that steak is done. So, what should I do here? I probably will call it and tweet out all of it after I eat it. Yeah. Anyway, that's some good looking dough. It is definitely like wet, but it's actually pretty workable this time. The recipe that I used as a base for this is mine at this point. I've changed a lot. It used so much butter, and I could tell that it was too much. It's so freaking wet, and it didn't cook very well. It was just, I've reduced that. That's unhealthy anyway. I'd try to reduce the butter. It still has a lot in it, though. All my freaking butter gets used up real fast, making all these desserts. Okay, well that's it for this. The only other thing is these walnuts, which we will be putting in there at the halfway mark on cooking these. Broccoli. Oil. Chicken stock. Garlic and broccoli. So what we do with this is, it's pretty simple. We heat the oil, throw the broccoli in there, salt, make sure it's covered, just let it simmer for 5 minutes. Add some chicken stock, not all of it. We have a lot of extra there, a couple teaspoons. We spray it with lemon juice after it's done. So I don't know if I should cook this yet because it's just going to be done so fast, but that's the gist of this. So you can expect pictures of this when it's done at the very least, and I don't know how it's going to turn out either because we haven't cooked this before. I think maybe I'll leave my setup here and we'll check in once it's done. I'll just go offline for a while and we'll take care of this. I don't really want to sit here waiting for 30 minutes. I don't have anything to do. What do other chefs do? I could play a game or something. I don't know. What the heck was I doing in Dark Souls? I was doing something. I might cut to my real computer and play something for 30 minutes and come back. Let's do that. I'll see y'all in half an hour. But if you want to watch Dark Souls, I think I'm going to do that for 30 minutes. And then we'll be good. So I'll be right back.